All right. Welcome to the third episode of ReVision. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, ReVision is a podcast style show where we bring creatives together to talk about the music industry and have conversations that I believe need to be had. So with that said, on this episode, our topic is going international or growing local. Should artists go abroad and take their talents outside the country, or should they stay in the country and focus on building a community within the place where they're from? If you follow us on Twitter, you probably know that this episode wasn't supposed to be this episode. It was supposed to be our local artists getting enough support. And unfortunately, the footage got corrupted. My bad as the producer, my bad. The footage got corrupted, so we had to scrap that episode, and we didn't want to reshoot it because it just wasn't going to be as organic. But shout out to everyone who participated, because we did ask on Twitter what you guys had in your heads, like what your thoughts were. I don't know why I said it like that. So yeah, shout out to those people who actually follow us on Twitter and gave their input. We did actually read them and add to them. And if you're someone who wasn't aware of this, check out our Twitter page in the description, where you'll also find more information about the channel, so that you can also be part of the community in giving us input, because it doesn't just have to be the 4 people who I bring on the panel. So yeah, on this episode, we have the usual guys: Stevie G DJ, Sway the DJ, Pimz, and now we actually have Hippy Bambino, who you should know from his graphic design work. He's a really talented graphic designer. You've probably seen his t-shirt designs. If you haven't already, I don't know where you've been. And he's probably going to be a recurring guest. And also, if you guys want me to ask people, or you want to ask people yourselves to come on the show so we have a better conversation, then you can do so. I don't discriminate, okay? Like, just ask whoever, or I'll ask them. Just comment below who you'd want to see on the show. And if you have ideas for topics that you'd want for us to discuss, then you can also comment that below. So with that said, please enjoy the episode. And yeah, man, episode 3. The topic of today is growing local or going international.
Yo.
We're here with everyone, and I'll leave it to Stevie G.
Why me? Why me? Anyways, bro. Fuck. That's a tricky one, actually. Like, it's very, very tricky. Because if you grow local, ultimately getting exported outside and going international is what's going to happen, I think. I don't know what you guys think. Look at the guys in any other country. As much as they blew wherever they originated from, they reached our borders, they reached our shores.
Yeah.
Didn't they then grow outside also? Like, they went international by growing local? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, growing local is a big factor in this case, because, I mean, if you don't have the support from your own, how are you going to prove to other people that they need to support you? So with growing local, for example, Vimampizi, purely local,
100.
purely grown
Super.
on a local
Facts. Like,
type of item, and just look at how this guy can get bookings in SA, or even have features in SA,
True.
because the support was here, and they were just like, we can't ignore someone who's making headways in some ways. So yeah, I think growing local before growing international is the side I'm taking for this.
Grow local, then eventually.
yeah, no, I don't think the debate is whether you have to grow local at the beginning, because I think you
Yeah.
have to. I think it's like, does it make sense at some point for you to opt to go abroad? Because it's like a critical stage, I think, in artists, where it's like, when you're somewhat big, it's like, do I go and blow somewhere else? Do I leave? Or do I continue pushing and stay here? Like, I think Vimampizi is local. He grew local fully. And then there's other people who maybe went and did things outside the country and came back. And I think that's the debate. Because people always say, like, you need to leave the country to make it. You need to go make them miss. You need to go show them your word type thing. So I think that's the debate. Where I fall on that debate is also on the fence a bit. Because, you know, I don't think it's black and white like you need to.
Yeah,
and some people do make it seem like that. Because, I don't know. Staying in the country and making your things in the country is weird, because I think you're very limited in a country like Botswana, because eventually you're gonna hit, like, if you manage to like play for your whole market in Botswana, it's gonna be a lot smaller than if you played for the world.
Yeah. I think perfect example of that in this case. For me, that's my example. It's open if anyone wants to argue on it. but I would go with Ozzy for this. That's one person who's grown locally, and we know he's big, and he would put it out there that he's the best rapper in Africa. But then internationally, can we still say that Ozzy is? Exactly. In African, can we still say Ozzy competes?
Is that a question you're asking now?
That's a question I'm asking now. Because here it's already set. And I mean, because he set that standard that he's the best, we take it and we believe that. But then if we say, Ozzy, leave the country and go do what you're doing now, that side.
I think with the right deal, yeah. Like if he had like the machine that would put him up there. And then, because he's already by himself an established artist, if we're looking at bots.
Yeah.
If we're saying, yo, bro, this is an opportunity, maybe say you're Ambitious or you're Mabala or whatever label in SA or maybe even Zambia or somewhere that's got like a proper world-oiled machine that will make him blow up, then I think he would fare well against whoever.
Fare well.
Yeah. What do you think?
Fare well, but I don't think he's like, well, personally, I don't know. I don't think he set up the building blocks outside the country yet, because a lot of his appeal is very Botswana orientated. He does things in Botswana. He's music is very not even political, but it's current, and it's a lot to do with things that are happening in the country, like people in the country, body bag about the government. It's like, if you're from Zambia, how much will you really care about that song? I mean, he obviously has a wide range of music, but I love the music, I think. Whereas other artists, they, because they had gone, what we would say, going local. I mean, going whatever.
Going international,
Going international. Some people who have started doing the stuff, they started, even just staying in SA for a minute, working with artists there. That's like the steps which make them fare better in those countries rather than here.
Okay. You're gonna say that, and I wanna ask you. You know that the YouTuber that Fire LA.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I know him.
Yeah, but and you do know that he did play a couple of Aussie tracks. I think the one with Vizo is one that he likes. Yeah, this is hot. And I think even that other guy, what's his name? I forget his name. But there's another guy that's also in the States.
Kind of like a black guy with a beard.
Mansa.
Yeah, Mansa Main. Yeah, even him, he's given Aussie like, this guy is dope. Like B-Dub. These guys are fire, and you guys should not sleep on these guys.
I'm not like.
Even if I'm on it, what song was it?
There's the one with Vizo.
I'm a Star.
Yeah.
Purely English. Do you think it would have fared well if we played a song like, what's this? Is it Olerete? I think that's the song. If we said that Fire LA reacts to this, would it still get this? Because I'm a Star is purely English, dog. But I mean,
Mansa Main, what's his name again? You said Mansa
Main.
Main, yeah. He does reviews for these Venex songs in SA.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand what's going on, but if we were to say, "Yo, listen to this," don't you think you'd vibe to it?
Yeah,
even without understanding.
As a market, it's not like as a market with a large group of people, like because it's a niche thing. Because even then, it's like, oh, it's cool. But for it to have grand success, I think it needs to be like something they vibe with, even on like understanding level. Or you need to be like the hardest song ever.
Okay, then are you saying that?
Understanding level, no, I'll actually disagree.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
You've got a song like Gangnam Style, where none of us
which
understand
the hook is in
anything.
English.
But then, bro, when you just
Gangnam Style.
Sexy lady.
Hey, sexy lady. Whoop, 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 on Gangnam
He's
Style.
not saying a word though. He's just making a sound.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Understanding
you don't need the understanding for that song.
You really
Because we
don't.
just get sexy lady. That's our only English there. But then we know that we're vibing.
But you understand. You understand. Whereas if a nigga is like rapping bars in another language, it's like, okay, maybe it sounds cool, but I don't really like it as much as a person who understands what it's saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't even speak Setswana and stuff like that. I like the songs and stuff like that, but obviously English will always have my preference because, you can do more with it. I can be like, this sounds nice, but you can try switch it up. But it's like, I'm not really getting what you're trying to do.
For real though?
What?
Is that how you feel though? Like the language barrier plays a role like that?
It definitely plays a role.
Nah, fam. Like, you can think about plenty songs. in SA maybe, even in the Afrobeats, you don't always hear what the Afrobeats dudes are saying.
Yeah.
But you always vibe into them.
Yeah.
You don't always hear what...
But my preferable Afrobeat songs, like I can get a few things. They like sprinkle English or they sprinkle broken English or something in there somewhere. If it's like a fully
Niger
song or whatever, like I can like it, but I think my favorites of all time will have like where I kind of even know what they're talking about.
I hear where you're coming from.
So that's in that point, it's like when you're trying to grow international, you may cater towards those type of people. Whereas when you're growing local, you might, a lot of people here, it's like, if you want to go big, you have to do like, appeal to the masses here. You gotta speak Setswana, you gotta make it feel like that. So
people say,
your art is already like focused into a certain direction. And I think that's like why people have this debate. It's like, oh, make songs for some people, half the people be like, make songs for Botswana people, make songs for us. Then half the people be like, nah, just make songs for everyone around the world because English is first of all, the language we know, which we can relate to the rest of the world the most. We don't know Mandarin by thing and stuff. If we did, shout out.
But there's people that listen to K-pop and bots.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's very niche.
It's still a market.
It's a big market. That's what I'm saying. But if you want the money, if you want the super hit, your best chance is English. Speak English every day. If you want to learn Korean just to go make a hit, you need to first learn the language, you know what I'm saying? And then understand the language, start breaking it down and make it interesting because you can't just be doing grade 1.
Do you listen to Blackie?
Do I listen to Blackie? Yeah, a bit. Not that much.
But do you, most of the time or half the time, it's never in English. It's like Vanek. Most of the time when I hear the song that he has.
And I don't listen to Blackie as much as I should, to be fair. But like, I like the English parts, you know what I'm saying? Like Big Time Shlapper is probably my favorite. It's probably the cop-out answer, but it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, but now holding on to that Blackie point, if we're looking at his hits, most of them, I mean, they would have Vanak, but then him having hits in English is actually more than him having the hits in Vanak, if you think about it.
Also, we've been joined by Sway.
Yeah.
What else?
Hold me tight. Hold.
I
literally touched 1 million.
I don't know that one.
As well.
Yeah.
What's the third track I'm thinking of? Dog, it literally just touched. Anyway, there's also David. Is it David? The one that he just dropped a music video for.
Nah,
just now.
I haven't seen
there's
that
also
either.
that.
So Blackie Stan, innit?
Like, bro, you put me in a spot, bro.
Like, yeah, I mean, I was just.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. I feel like
that point, just to say that English somehow is gonna play its part in music, because in as much as language can have its part to say, okay, we may not know it, but we're vibing to it. You want to relate as well. So you relate when the artist in this case is adding some sort of English, which is why with Afrobeats, we can just be there like, hey, you be there, like Burna Boy.
Okay.
Burna Boy is purely on his language, but then he puts some English where we can be like, okay, we know the energy this guy is having, so we can relate to it to a certain extent.
Yeah, and at the same time, I think like hip hop and rap is something that's lyric driven to extent. So in other genres, like if you're making jazz music, I don't really care. You can be in Brazil and it's vibing. If you're playing like R&B to extent, maybe the lyrics mean less, you know what I'm saying? You can even just put like one English word, or you don't even need to put English word. But when it's something like where I'm listening for lyrics, I'm listening for like punchlines and stuff like that, it makes sense that I understand.
And how about for the club?
For the club?
Yeah.
I'm a man of Christ, but if I was to go to the club, you know what I'm saying? That's where it's different. That's where they can play the hits.
Aye.
But also a large time it's nice when people like in a club and everyone's singing the lyrics along.
You can sing along to a song without knowing the lyrics.
But
I
definitely be butchering it, so I don't do it with as much confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Or even without even understanding the language. People like,
I'm not denying you can have it. Like, first of all, there's a lot of songs which I don't even know what they say to this day, but I'll be vibing with them. But I do think, like, that's what I'm saying, majority of the music I listen to is English.
I hear
and that's already indicator that, like, I like English music more. And, like, I'm sure if you see Setswana, you like Setswana music more a bit, unless you're, like, into the whole hip-hop culture and you're like,
music is music.
What's up, my nigga? Type things.
Oh, yeah. DJ Sway, What did you, homie?
How you doing, Baba?
Bro,
I've been waiting for my introduction, bro.
I said it and he talked
This whole time, just like, gentlemen, please.
That's what you get for coming late, bro.
Nah,
That's what you get for coming late, bro.
I'm fashionably late, bro.
Like,
Don't
what,
forget
how
the
many
fashionably.
minutes into the
You gotta
conversation?
relax, bro. It's not been like an hour or anything.
Bro, but
I'm here now.
You said
okay?
a lot, but yeah.
Where we at?
this
What's
is us,
happening?
bro? Is it growing local or going international for you, bro?
Ooh, I want to hear your opinions first.
We've already shared some of them.
I need to know first, bro.
What do you
Man was very for an
what do you
introduction,
think, Sway?
just so that he can say, put me on.
Look, Kav, at the end of the day,
Yeah, what you
I
think, bro?
feel like before you go international, you need to grow local.
Yeah, that's what I said as well.
There's
That's what I
no
agree.
way
That
you
was
can
a
just
good
leave
point
your
to do.
country and not leave a timestamp or something before you go to South Africa or
Okay,
England or
I
wherever
hear
you go.
that, but now a name just came into my mind.
Yeah.
Sampa the Great.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She is
She grew somewhere
making
else, yeah.
waves, but she's out there.
But Sampa is Zambian, yeah?
Yeah, but she's also
Yeah, but then she didn't
claimed-
start in Zambia.
Yeah.
For some
Born and
part,
raised here.
Yeah, she's
you have to also look at the factor of when she was actually like deep into music and where she was
When she started out.
was deep into
Yeah.
music. Because for her, I mean, we can't put the blame, say that no, she didn't want to grow local. It was a circumstantial thing where she went and lived that side and studied that side. Then obviously, if I'm in SA or if I'm schooling in SA and I'm an artist, I'll be like, oh, let me make music this side.
But you don't think it worked to her appeal? Where it's like, oh, it's like now we have a superstar, and now the people in Bots are looking at
Yeah.
her like, oh no, I fuck with her. But like, if she had been doing it from the start here, it wouldn't have been the same. I don't think
Facts.
But is her genre like well known or well vested in Botswana? That's
I don't think
another thing.
that's my other point.
Yeah.
I think like
she wouldn't have.
Vietnam will outdo her here by
So
far.
it depends on the genre that you do for you to either grow local or go international.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're all
That's
for
facts.
the fact that we should grow local first?
You see-
Because I didn't get your opinion.
No, what I said earlier is like, I think the same thing you said, it makes sense for you to grow, especially if you're in the place you live. There's no point of you putting all your resources just to live somewhere else to start growing. So I was saying there's a critical point where you have to choose, I think. And that's like where the debate, I think, lies. Because I think we can all agree you gotta start local. Wherever you are, even Samba, she started growing local in Australia. She was probably just going to the small open mics and doing whatever
Yeah.
she was doing there. Because that's where she was. And that's local, relatively speaking, to her.
Yeah, true.
So at some point, it's like, you know, you're doing the numbers, you're getting the shows. You have to decide like, oh, and that's how we also got into that topic of like, do you make music that accommodates for other people?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna just make Setswana hits. I'm gonna make Benek hits because I know the people here would like it and I know I can do it. Or you're like, I know I can be a superstar around the world, so I'm gonna make English predominantly track because more people speak English than most people speak Setswana.
Can I
and that's a
chime in
fact.
though? Are we saying that as a beat up artist that makes music in Venek, you can't blow up
I'm
like
not
that,
saying you
like
can
that
blow up. I'm saying that's the
outside the
debate.
country?
I'm saying that's the debate. A lot of people will tell you if you want to go outside the country,
Yeah.
you should do that. A lot of people tell you you shouldn't plan to go outside the country. I think that's the base of our conversation pretty much. It's like, you know, for me, counter to everything I've been saying, I believe you should try to grow local. Because
Yeah.
at the same time, you set up the foundation for building a Botswana, which is all about.
True.
It's like,
But didn't Zeus fail us by growing local, then went international and failed and came back home?
First and foremost, before I answer that, I'm gonna ask you: did you listen to the Draken tape?
No, I did not listen to the
Yeah.
tape.
After you listen to that, we can have this conversation.
No. Well, tell me now.
Because in the Draken tape, he will tell you what really happened in SA with how EMI and Sony and the A&R guys and
Yeah.
these people, even the guys who was asking for features, they weren't hitting him back up. Bro, like it's crazy. If you listen to that project, then you kind of sort
So
of
going
understand.
international is risky.
Everything is risky. Even just being an artist in bots is risky.
How?
'cause
Wait, how?
How's being an artist in bots?
Botswana, how?
Bro, it's an investment and
Okay.
you are most likely not going to make your money back. Most likely. And when you look at it like that as an investment and saying, I want to be an artist to make money out of this, bro, it's a risk. Because you half the time you're not going to make a single tag.
How many successful Tswana international artists do we have right now that you can think of?
Right now,
Yeah.
Seretse and the Natives. Yeah, that's the first name I'll come up with. And
Look at the
then,
genre.
okay, then Mposi Bina is getting some level of success.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anybody
I
else?
think she's doing.
Yeah,
successful. She's pretty successful.
You guys hate this guy, but William is
Lass.
now.
Who hates William, dog? This guy's gonna put us on the spot like we
I
hate
love
William.
bro.
Oh, I love William, dog. This guy's like, we hate William.
And then who else? Who else is like Ben T is making the moves?
What do all these people have in common, dog?
I have no idea. What do you
For
want
me,
to say?
I honestly feel like they did their part locally, right? And they went international, but international with a team, not just solo dolo. What did Zeus have? What backbone did Zeus have when he left the country?
You do know Zeus was going to SA for his gala, right?
Yeah, no, I know that. I know. Yeah.
So and then
For real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Squally. So it's Squally, and then okay, no, let me also set up here, make moves also.
But we can't deny the fact that he actually had it at one point.
This guy was signed, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly
Sony.
my point. Yeah.
But if you listen to Drake King, like I said, then you'll know why he was not able to move the way we want him to move as B-Dub, because we also had like our expectations.
But okay, so Great Logo does it pay?
Growing local doesn't
Yeah.
pay. It
Great Logo does it really pay? Who's probably the highest paid entertainer right now?
See, that's
In the
great
country.
debate. Yeah, that's also the counterpoint.
Come on, get Franco.
I don't know.
Chamagele.
V maybe.
V maybe.
V used to like rake in Disaka. Even now he's charging guys Madiabo.
Hey, I mean, but then these are guys who have done it over what, 10, 20 years?
So,
All I'm saying is, what's the point of Great Logo if you're not going to make any revenue from it?
and you're saying you're gonna make money outside.
Now I'm saying, okay, fine, you go international, now it's risky because now you're starting in a totally different
Like
place.
I told you, both of these options are risks.
What would you rather do?
What would I rather
What
do?
would you rather do?
Like
as a DJ,
Yeah.
let me just say, as a DJ, what would you rather do?
Yeah,
What did
that's
Casper?
about
What
it.
did Casper? What is he doing currently right now? Most of his gigs, I think, in the past 2 months, they've been South African gigs.
He's been getting beat up bookings.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean,
yeah.
but I mean, he went to South Africa for I think maybe a month and a half,
Maybe
to 2.
Yeah.
and he was getting booked regularly, like maybe every other Saturday or Friday. He's
Yeah.
getting booked. Does that mean that he's moved successfully, or he's still trying to grow local? Because I think he's done his part in terms of the DJing scene in the country, I personally believe.
Yeah.
So now he's moving out. I'm not even trying to keep it to just artists. I'm trying to show you also DJs.
Yeah.
They're doing that. But how successful do you get when you get that side? Look at O'Neal. O'Neal is one of the few that managed to get to, he works at Cliff Central right now.
I don't know if they still run, but yeah, I know he did that.
Yeah, he was.
But
He was with Cliff at one point.
also has that fish joint that he runs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it international or local?
It's international.
It's international. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So now that's my point, dog. What's the point of me saying I'm going to stay local and get peanuts, and then I'm going to go international, and it's risky because I might come back home and look like a flop?
Yeah. That's why I think it's hard. But at the same time, that's why I say it's kind of like you're shooting yourself in the foot in order to put on. And it's a hard ask of people, because it's like, even when you look at VMPZ, I think the reason why he has such long-lasting power is because he invested so much here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For so long.
Yeah.
Whereas if you invest abroad, it doesn't really make sense, because it's like, if you stop getting hot abroad, it's like you can't really stay, you can't really thrive when people aren't really supporting you like that, because they supported your song, they don't even really understand you to the core, really, unless like you're that big, you know what I'm saying? If you have a hit abroad, it's cool, people will pass over. When you're local and you're big, it's different, because it's like, people relate to you first of all.
Yeah.
They buy your bread, they be walking with you in the streets, so it's like,
Buy your water.
so it's like maybe financially he's not as supported, but I think VMPZ has power in other respects, stuff like that. And that, I think, is only given to people who stay local to extent. I'm going to say,
Let's take Drake as an as a case study.
Before that, DJ Fresh.
Yeah.
DJ Fresh is a Motswana,
Yeah.
born and bred,
Yeah.
left the country in 92.
Yeah.
I think he just finished, or he dropped out of uni
Yeah.
and then started bass in SA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DJ Fresh is one of the biggest DJs in Africa.
Yeah.
He just jumped
But
ship.
look at the time frame as well, Stevie. We can't be doing things that we're doing in 92.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
but I'm saying more so than not, it's like that.
Yeah, and I don't dispute
You
that.
can be big in Botswana and go make it somewhere else with international appeal. I'm not debating that, but like I feel like in 10 years, if you're another country, if some of those artists don't make music for 10 years, let's say in South Africa, people won't really be having discussions about DJ. I mean, South Africa is kind of close, but like that's what I'm saying. If you blow up in somewhere like Uganda or something, like they're not going to be having conversations about you. In Botswana, we'll be talking about an artist for 10 years, even if they stop making music type thing. So that relevance and that means something.
And the onus on you as the artist to then make those people in wherever continue talking about you by dropping the hot music and being relevant through the times.
I mean, it is, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like
the same way South Africans did.
The roots in Botswana last longer. Can I say the roots?
But it would be.
The roots run deeper here.
Yeah, they would.
So let's say you can definitely set up abroad and do the most and even start a whole new life. It doesn't really matter. But I think home will always have that extra push.
Wayne, Drake, was he bigger in Canada first or America?
Hey, yo, shout out WayneTheMaestro. He's about to sit there by the community mic.
Also known as Drake fan number one.
Also Drake's baby.
The true CLB.
I feel like you always have stuff.
He did what?
He said he always got
stuff.
stuff.
No, but did you listen to the question?
Did he grow?
Was he bigger at home first or internationally, America?
I'm gonna say America because that's where you met Lil Wayne, if I'm not mistaken.
Weezy F.
That's where you met him. And then, yeah.
So you're saying guys should shift
But I
and
feel
go
like
make
you
music
always-
there?
risk
I feel like there's always some support from.
It's
there's gonna
Of
be-
course, Toronto
yeah,
knew him,
Yeah.
but who actually made him who he is right now?
You guys, it's like you guys are like demonizing international success right now. Like you're making it seem like
I'm not
this nigga's growing and that's bad.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. or
Growth,
anything.
like every it's like you all want world domination. That's what you want.
Of
Like,
course.
That's what everyone's like. I want to be known everywhere.
Can you get world domination without conquering your hometown or your country first?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sampa.
Yeah.
No.
DJ Fresh.
Australian items. She's winning Australian
She's-
awards.
Just because you guys didn't know Sampa, there's people who know she can.
No, but
I
then
will
look,
let you know Sampa is not as big here.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And
But in Zambia, she goes, and does shows.
even in Zambia, I'll let you know I'm Zambian myself. My boy is also Zambian. Shout out. But I'll tell you, I talked to a lot of Zambian people. They didn't know who Sampa was. At the point where she's starting to blow, she was winning Australian awards, and you're like, oh, do you know she's
from
Zambian?
Zambia.
And then
That's the thing.
But that's what happens with
people didn't even listen to her music. They
That's
just
what happens
until
with
she
anyone,
blew up.
honestly.
Until, I mean, she dropped
Internationally.
Final Form. Final Form was shot in Zambia. That's when people are like, oh, there's an artist that's making dope rap music. They're like, where is she based? Australia.
It's a common thing for even people like people thought William was from South Africa. And I'm
People from-
People thought- What you said?
People thought William was from South Africa.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
people who you mentioned William again.
I'm
Your
telling you,
William
our
count
team
at
is
the end
so
of the
hilarious,
season.
bro. Goodness me. But yeah, you're saying?
Yeah, you see William. Some people thought he was South African. So even they're like, what, William? I bet some people even thought he was South African from here. Still. Until later on, that's when they realize, oh, he's actually from Bots. I feel like anywhere it starts like that.
Do you guys think William has conquered Botswana so far?
Conquered.
Yeah.
And not
Conquered is a big
sad.
word.
Conquered is a big
As in
word.
he's done everything that can be done.
Nah.
in terms of
No.
success.
Not yet.
No,
Not yet.
Not even.
musically.
Not
Yeah, I was gonna
even,
say
bro.
Not musically. Maybe as a comedian, probably, yes. But musically, no.
He's still got
He's still got
quite
a lot
a number
to do.
of things to do.
This man only started getting, he performed in Ghetto.
And that was, I think, his first
That was like
performance, like
basically
locally.
as a musician.
Yeah.
That is.
So then why is he deciding to go international then? In
William,
your
because
opinion?
okay, the goodness with William is that for him, comedy set off well internationally. That if he decided that okay, he wanted to switch to something, he has an international backing for that. So for him, going international was a best move because in Bots, when he came to music, he was hesitant here. Everyone noticed that even from the time that he was dropping songs. But then with the other people that just are like, oh, our favorite comedian is dropping a track. So he already has that assured support that, okay, if he drops it on TikTok, let's say, for example, he drops a snippet of Tinto on TikTok, then it's going to blow because he already knows that he's got the international backing that he created from comedy to support everything else from there.
I was gonna say, I think we probably have to factor in, especially now because when we talk about older artists, it's like the internet. You can blow from internationally from your room. You don't need to. It's not like nowadays you have to choose one of the two. Like, I'm gonna pack my bags and go. It's literally like you can just be like, people are liking my things in Slovakia.
Yeah.
And you can continue catering to them from your room or whatever. So it's a very difficult. That's saying it's like you have to do both, especially now. If you're blowing with the internet, your appeal is just to blow to the most amount of people. It doesn't really matter where they are. It's just your market.
True. And then you can also reach them.
Genre, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the question I wanted to ask. So can we say that blowing international, it depends on the genre that you're doing for the place that you're going to?
Yes. There's absolutely no other way. I honestly feel, dog, if you're going to be an R&B artist, chances are in this country, you're going to have a very tough time getting the exposure and the growth that you need.
Yeah.
Dog, if you're a house artist like Hansi, dog, literally every other day you drop a track, people are just
Hansi
gonna
is not
love
a house artist.
What is he?
Hansi is just a singer. Like
Okay, fine.
he's got range. Yeah, he's a singer.
But in terms of his house scene, I love his house scene more than I love his other scenes, hip hop and R&B.
This guy does pop. Like he does like beat up pop. Like the things that catch on. It's not just house.
I would say pop is just music pop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He does the things that pop and just catch on in beat up. And I don't know if it's
very interesting. Now that okay, fine. Let's talk about ATI gents.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to know something.
All right.
This guy literally most of his songs have a neck, yeah?
Yeah.
But he's still in the country. I don't know how many times we've seen people on social media say, no, but this guy, if he went to South Africa or wherever, he would make it out and he blow up. Why hasn't he done that yet? Why?
I think that's
totally on him.
Decision.
Yeah, bro.
If you're going to think about it, what are the possible reasons of him not saying, you know what, fuck this shit, I want to go to South Africa?
He said on Joey's podcast how he himself is like universal and he's international, and if those guys want to see him, they can come here. That's what he said.
So he has no intentions of leaving?
Bro, I have no clue.
Okay, no, if that's the case, for him to have no intentions, do you think to an extent some of the artists, like in this case, do you think it can be a pride thing where he's holding on to a title of saying that in B-Dub, he's the guy, but if you go to SA and now back to square one,
yeah, but Benty did that.
You're competing and the like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In this case, I'm not saying that it's not a move that you shouldn't do, but I'm saying for ATI, for me, I'd think, and even from the way you said it, that if you don't want to move, then it's a pride thing where he's comfortable with the title that he has here and the rack that he's making. Because with Benty, obviously, he made the move to SA. But that was because he said that, no, I don't want to just dominate Botswana alone.
Yeah.
I want to try and see another scene that listens and vibes to my stuff. So I think for some of the artists, like in this case, for ATI, I think it's just a thing of holding on because, again, some of the artists that we have here that are big, but then they're not making the international moves, why aren't they, if we are confident, like Benty in this case, we're confident that he can blow in SA.
Yeah.
So why aren't people like Vizo having that same confidence as well? Because if people are going to put, for example,
you
people
don't
are
know
going to
Vizo was in SA before
he was in SA before, yes.
He was, but we're talking about
right now, dog, he's at his prime, dog.
Exactly. Because if you're
prime.
saying Vizo is going to be top of your list, Benty hasn't been placed on Mdu's list in the top 5, and you're placing Vizo as number 1. Benty is making the move to SA to try and be international. If Vizo is our top guy, why ain't he doing the same thing?
Exactly my point, dog.
That's the same. I think someone said earlier, it's like when you're winning.
I mean.
It's like saying if the formula is working, why change it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's to say nowadays with international and like internet and stuff like that, you can
pop
it literally
from
works
being
in your
home.
favor when you're at the top somewhere.
Yeah.
In other countries, because it's like anytime SA artist wants to work, who might not even know, it's like who's the top guy in Botswana? I'm going to Botswana. Who's the top guy? They gotta check in with whoever's the top, whatever genre they're in. So it's that kind of thing. But whereas if you go someone else, it's kind of different.
You think? Let me ask you something. You think as an unknown artist, let's say Sway, I'm an artist, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm unknown and Vizo is an established artist.
Yeah.
Who do you think has a better chance of making it internationally?
The hungrier guy. The guy that's putting in the work and willing to
But I'm
work
thinking about,
hard.
is it
being
better for me to
difficult.
go there unknown, like while I'm still new, fresh in the game, still learning the ropes, still learning
That's
how
a
to be an
risk.
artist?
No.
Or when I'm like at Vizo's level and like I've got this in place now, now I can move to the
Everything
next.
everything in your arsenal is an advantage.
Yeah.
So if you already established, it works.
Yeah.
Even if you go to any country, just the fact that you know the scene somewhere can help you somewhere else. So that already, hunger obviously comes into thing, but that's being a difficult answer to be difficult, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Either way, it's a risk for the smaller artists to make that move because they're going on the basis that they're hungry, yes, but then
But it's actually,
You know hunger, bro.
black and white.
Do you know
answer.
hunger, dog?
Black and white answer.
Guy.
You need to tell her number
Guy.
nine, tell her straight.
The hungrier guy.
My dog,
Bro.
like you will do
Bro.
everything under the sun to make sure that you at least have a meal
Because
on
also,
your table.
if you're like an established guy in one place and you try and move to another place and you're like, okay, I'm established.
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere in this place should at least know something of me.
Yeah.
You can maybe be a bit too lax, Nyana, or you already have that mentality that, okay, no, I know I'm a big deal.
yeah.
So let me come here and make myself a bigger deal. And then that might work against you if you're lax because you have a big deal mentality.
I'm not arguing against hunger, but are you saying it's better for the smaller artist?
I honestly,
Because that was the question.
I
I'm
honestly
just saying-
feel the smaller artists would probably win.
It's not the
But then
smaller
why
or
isn't
the
the
bigger
smaller
artist.
hungry artist
It's the
winning in the
hungrier
same
guy.
place?
Exactly.
No, I'm not
hungrier guy.
about hunger. I'm just saying in terms of brand. Like I'd rather start in a different place, unknown, or I wasn't known at home.
Yeah.
Go international, do my shit, come
And then
back
come
home.
back.
and
Okay,
then-
no, I'm not.
Oh shit!
Me, I thought you should talk about like, let's say Bante and me both move at the same time somewhere, and like I'm hungry,
No,
and
no.
like I'll do him because I'm hungry. I'm
Bro,
like, no.
even
Yeah, 'cause that's what I was
Ben
getting
T
as
might even be hungrier than you at the thing. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
The
Success,
guy who's more
success,
hungry,
oh, sorry.
yeah.
Success is an indicator of what you're willing to put in as well. It's like,
Yeah.
if in the same place not blowing, why would that necessarily change when you move? That's what I'm saying. He's got to the top because he's hungry. Maybe, of course, some people get to a point where they get lax, but
Yeah.
it's like, there's a reason he's there. It's not like he just stumbled to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He did the work, he did all the
Do you
things.
think Nasty C did the right move by leaving when he actually left, or when he started interacting with international
International
artists
artists?
in America?
I think so. I think so.
There's
He was working with...
before I give you my answer,
sorry.
there's guys in SA who feel a certain way about his move. Like just
Yeah.
before me.
guys are always in the feelings.
You check.
Yeah.
Like a majority of guys will be like, he didn't do the right thing. Maybe he could have been here, maybe grew here. So there's always going to be those conversations. Do I think it was good for him to leave? Bro, I'm a Nasty fan. Wherever he goes, bro, I'm a stan, bro. I'm a stan you forever. That's what it is.
I think it was good.
Yeah.
Personally,
I don't
in
think
my
it
view,
was.
I think it was good because, as I said, when you want to make a move, you have to look at your genre and how often it's going to be played. So at Nasty, he already had these features that sort of helped and paved a bit of a way for him internationally to say that even if he was to say, okay, SA, let me leave you guys now and try something, he knows that he can still have some sort of a backbone internationally because the type of sound that he's making is a sound that they're listening to.
So it's purely based on genre.
For me, genre plays. I'm not saying it's purely based, but genre plays a big part.
But
in
also,
your movement
you said
internationally.
you didn't appreciate the move. But why?
No, not yet.
Why?
At least.
Okay.
Hey man, I just feel like Nasty C could have just had a little, just a little longer. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying I want him to be successful or anything. All I'm saying is I just feel like he should have worked more with the guys in his country or in Southern Africa or wherever, or just Africa before he actually did that move. You can have 1 or 2 features in a year or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for you to move entirely to and just say you're focusing on America, what about us as
Were you
as
ever
guys
in
who are
his
there,
plans, though?
busy screaming hell nah at United Club?
Hell, man.
You know what I'm saying? What about us?
Were you ever in his plans though? Because
No, but we are.
He always knew where he was going. It was always there. He always knew it.
I just felt like I was premature. Okay, fine. Now let's say, for example, God forbid, flop.
Yeah.
Go America. Now he wants to come squirming back to us, telling us, yo, play my shit.
I think if we're not, we're just being haters for no reason. Because I think it's just like you want these successes for your artists.
Yeah.
You want a guy who's grown up listening to these people to work with them.
Yeah.
You want him to get world domination. You want
Bro.
him to put South Africa on the map type thing. If you're hating on him for leaving, his old music's still there. The new music's still there. You can still go and listen to both type thing.
It also shows everybody else that's coming back behind him. Like whether you're in SA, whether you're in Zambia, wherever.
Yeah.
You then realize how big Africa is becoming in terms of music.
Yeah.
Like how there's so much attention focused on Africa right about now.
Look how America wants our sound, but homies like Nasty are going that side and doing that music. But those guys,
I mean,
are
that
coming
was
back.
always his sound though.
Yeah,
what?
It was
That was always his sound.
His sound.
Yeah.
Like Nasty was
No,
doing
but
that type of
if
stuff.
if you're gonna tap into like, can you not have like a I know, okay, fine, okay, I know Nasty C is like really American sound like, but why think about it, why are Americans coming to Africa for our sound? Why? Like, don't you think that's the next best thing?
Exactly
I
what
think
I just said.
because we're doing well and we should be happy that
exactly what I just said.
Like, do you
Yeah,
think the Nigerian artists are salty at the WizKids and Davido? I don't know why it's us who are the ones be like, oh, stay.
Yeah.
These niggas can stay and they can move free.
They can be
Us is
this
like,
side, that side.
apparently when people leave, we're like, don't come back. It's like, no, we should be happy for artists.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, imagine we have the same, even now, it's because of all these connections and American people and whatever start fucking with our music. It's now they come do shows with people. They start doing tours with people, start collaborating, stuff like that. So we get bigger.
Then
They
they
starting to
book
listen
you.
to, like,
Yeah.
oh,
They take
a
you
random
that
American
side.
guy who likes T.I. or something might like, oh, T.I. features on this guy's song. And he might end up listening to Nasty C, and that's a dub for us already. And for that, I'm happy when everyone wins anywhere, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we should be happy to be in a little bubble.
I mean,
Actually,
okay,
pisses
I'm
me
not
off
saying
when
stay in a
niggas-
bubble.
sorry.
All I'm saying is just take your time with it.
We ain't got time to
Time
waste
waits
time.
for no time waits for no man. Sway.
If you try cook your meal in like 5 minutes, it's gonna be raw and people might not even accept it for what it is. Why can't you just let it just chill, literally let it cook overnight, like let it be
but
seasoned
nah.
well.
But bro-
by the time you go international, bro, the whole country should be saying, man, that is us. We did this.
That guy had Price City mixtape. That guy had bad hair. That guy had bad hair extensions, bro.
Yeah.
My question is,
Springs and blings, bro.
how long did you want him to cook, bro?
At this
You want,
point,
man.
you want him to go as an old man?
But
It's not gonna be the same vibe.
That time is he's so young, dog. Like, don't even think about.
Bro.
Yeah?
Let's bring it back home. Let's
Sorry, man. I'm
beat
just
up
saying,
show.
man.
Yeah.
Nah,
like,
it's-
I just personally feel like,
Let's
dog,
bring it back home.
I just feel like, look, if you're gonna go international, just be very wary of a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of
is
things.
that what you're saying to beat up cats who want to go international?
No, look, go international, but make sure that you've done your proper planning. Don't just up and dip.
Yeah.
Thinking that no, you're gonna be living in the streets of Johannesburg. You're gonna be there by Bram.
What
and you're gonna
if
come
I
back-
want to live in the streets of Windhoek, bro? I shouldn't.
Oh, well, if you want to live in the
it
streets of
might just
Windhoek.
be
No, the thing is,
easier.
we know what everybody's move is always South Africa, especially
Yeah.
in Southern Africa.
Esh, bro.
Majority.
I hear what you're saying.
Majority.
I hear what you're saying, and I
Majority.
understand. But yeah,
Yeah. Whether it's Windhoek, whether it's Zambia, whether it's Zimbabwe, anyway, Angola, heck, Nigeria,
Yeah.
DRC, just know, have a proper plan. In terms of music,
course.
if you're going to have your music, make sure that your music appeals to people before you go to them. Imagine you walk like a piano and then you're in a country like, I don't know, I can't think of a country that possibly doesn't listen to piano.
Bro,
Slovakia, bro.
piano is everywhere.
Yeah, well, no, piano is
Piano
probably
is
a very
everywhere.
bad example.
Piano.
But I know there are certain regions where it's not that
everywhere.
go-to. Yeah, it's not that go-to genre and groove. You're gonna come there with a different sound, and then flop. And now we have to find money for you to fly back home and tell us about how the move was unsuccessful.
Nah, bro, but you can go find your niche in that place.
Dog, is your niche gonna pay you? From 1 million people, your niche is 200K. Are they gonna pay you?
If each one of those people is paying me $1, that's $200K, bro. Ish, bro. Before we even make the monies. So yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is, look, I know in our country, first of all, our country, we're very horrible. Like in terms of, we don't support our artists in terms of financially.
Yeah.
And that's why part of the reason why guys
shout out Wiingz. Wiingz is so happy he said that.
Part of the reason why guys don't like their craft, they always put it on SoundCloud, they put it on iTunes, and it's always streamed. It's always streamed in different places. Like Triller, for example. Triller's #1 in Mexico at one point.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's schooled Mokaburon all his life. But his music is #1 in Mexico.
Real.
But now, are you saying now Triller should just pack bags, take me, take Drewy, and we should fly all the way to Guatemala or some shit?
Bro, I'm gonna be on like some real shit, ne?
Yeah.
Blood Coffee and them.
Yeah.
For them to go there.
Yeah.
The first time they went there, they took themselves. These guys piano to the world. Major League is funding that.
Okay, fine. Fund yourself.
No, wait. No, but Major League, let's look at the way they moved. It started local.
It's how you move.
It's how, because it started with
It's how you
Africa.
move.
These guys start moving from SA. Then they're like, okay, this country is messing with us. Let's try and see what's happening.
Exactly
there,
what I'm
right?
saying. Triller.
Then, like Sway said in the beginning, the international scene is now focusing on Africa. So if you're seeing there are cats popping in, there are these cats that are popping in different African countries, and the numbers are proving it. They go to Kenya. They went to Kenya with Vigro. Deep. They go to Kenya. Kenya is popping. You see the video has 1 million views. If you're someone abroad and you're seeing a video at 1 million views, you're tempted. You're like, what's going on? It's the same way these songs pop. Like what's this song? Love Nwantiti. Yeah, you've got a song like that. That song was out in January, but people only started knowing it now through one person's TikTok. Then it's just a thing of, oh, where's this song coming from? Yeah. So it's all about how the range is moving, because you can't just make the direct move. So you say, your move has to.
No ways, bro. You don't just up and dip.
Your move shouldn't be, I am going to stay there. Your move is like, you know what, I'm going to be here, based here for 2 weeks. Yeah. I know there's people in this city that fucks with my music. So I'm going to leave and go to these cities, go meet the people there and be like, yo, this is me. You guys been fucking with my music. Yeah. Try get some radio slots in Yana, interview Yana. This is me. I'm out here. Yeah. Then you come back. Next time those guys call you, yo, now come. We're booking you. Now that I pay for your flight.
I was going to agree there, but I was going to bring up a new point which you had touched on earlier. I was going to say, for the people, especially a lot of local guys who are big here who don't have the music on streaming, do you think that's not necessarily a good thing, but like, because I think that ties in with growing local versus international. I think the people who really try to push going international make sure they have it on streaming. Whereas a lot of the local people just be like, hey, here's the link. And they just want it in circulation. So it's that type of thing. What's your thoughts on that?
That's what I'm saying. These big guys are comfortable. This is the same topic where you are talking about someone who's hungry and someone who's relaxed. Right now, we've got enough relaxed bots artists. And I'll even include V in this case because his stuff isn't on streaming platforms like that. Because he knows that, I'm already making my bread and butter this side.
For real.
So, I mean, do I really need to make that international move when I'm doing okay? I'm doing just fine. And I'm even opening other businesses that are also building for other people to make their bread too.
But V is international, guys. Like, V is international. Like, V has music with your Dr. Malingas, your DJ Tiras.
Yeah.
So is he...
I wouldn't like, in the sense of this argument, I wouldn't categorize him as international. For like...
I thought when you say going international, does it mean like... You take your bags, you take your cat, your child, and you or is your music being played and streamed in clubs and other countries?
I think like...
What is going into... Like, literally saying...
that's what I'm...
Next bus, we're going.
And
as in packing your bags.
Packing your shit and dipping.
Did he not leave for a while?
V.
Yeah.
The time when he...
Yeah, ma'am, you guys are old cats. You'd know that.
The Metro FM award era.
Yeah, I think he left for a while. So yeah, maybe we can say now V is international.
Okay,
more so that he lived that side for a while.
With old cats.
I'm pretty not. I'm not sure.
With the OGs at this point.
Wait, let me just go back for
You know,
a
you
little,
can
for a
even
little
like
bit.
fact check while we're here.
Why? Okay, not ATI. AKA has so much success
Yeah.
over the past 10 years. Possibly my artist of the decade in South Africa.
Yeah.
Possibly. We'll argue that at another time. It's not the point. Nasty C came in maybe what? 20, what is that?
11,
Well,
12,
when he
somewhere
dropped Hell,
there.
not Hell No.
Just in this decade. I just
Yeah,
Okay, just in this
Feedback,
decade anyway, yeah.
fine. So, but AKA has never at any time ever thought about going international. I mean, when I say going international, taking Cairo, taking his mom, his family, the cards, everything, and shipping out to going to America. Why? Are you saying AKA is comfortable?
Yes, I'm sitting on that proudly. AKA is comfortable in SA.
So wait, so in this conversation, we're saying being international, going international is packing your bags and leaving.
My nigga, taking the car, selling everything, dog. Literally, you're gonna be living in a corner store by Bram, there by Center, just outside by Tembisa, my nigga. That's you going
I think
international.
that and like catering to be like, yeah, planning for that. Like, oh, I'm gonna start making Spanish hits. I'm gonna
Okay.
start doing that type of stuff for other people.
I think Wiingz wants to say something.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Firstly, my opinion on going international is if you have a presence elsewhere out of your country,
That's a good word.
then you are an international act. You're an international person. That's when you've gone international.
Okay.
Not just packing your bags and going elsewhere.
Okay.
Secondly, my opinion about if you're a small artist and then you decide to pack and leave, like Sway was saying, you need to have a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just willy-nilly up and leave. But I think if you're a smaller act and you want to leave the country, it might help in terms of like your following locally, right? If you leave word that you're leaving with them, it might excite them so much that, they start talking about you, word spreads about you a little. But I'm not saying leave for good. You have to leave, go touch base somewhere else, create a presence elsewhere, right? And then come back home where you might find that you've grown a little bit more.
True.
But then,
Wait, didn't you do the same thing?
yeah, I definitely did. For me,
What's this thing that you did? I need to
The
know.
exact thing he just explained.
the exact thing I just explained. Yeah, I was a smaller act. I
Yeah.
decided, okay, let me go build my presence elsewhere.
Where is this
Cape
elsewhere?
Town. I went to Cape Town
Aight,
for a
aight.
while. But I didn't just go to Cape Town with no plan. I knew that I have this song, Super Saiyan Mosh Pit.
Okay.
The last
Shout
guy
out.
on the song is in Cape Town.
Aight.
He's been performing in Cape Town, spreading the
Yeah.
song like crazy. So I knew that, okay, there's people who already know about my music there. So let me go there. Let me just spread myself a little. And then in Bots, I left a little bit about myself. I told people, no, I'm going to Cape Town, what. And when I left, people started talking about me more. It was in Cape Town where Sway actually hit me up. I was still in Cape
Exactly,
Town
yeah.
when he hit me up saying, yo, I heard about your music, what. You know what I mean? So for me, I feel like moving to Cape Town, even though it was for a short while, it helped.
Yeah.
It helped.
Aight.
You were hungry.
I agree.
Exactly.
People
The
also
hunger.
like what
He was
they
hungry.
can have, and they like that.
That you're not here anymore.
Yeah,
so like,
they want. That's what I'm saying. We like the successes of abroad,
Yeah.
Correct.
and I think the same thing you're saying. People are comfortable. I think as like a population, we get comfortable with them as well.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, we'll see that guy. He's always performing. Whereas like the exclusive, and it's like, ooh, this person performed in South Africa. This person performed
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
They won awards in Australia. It's like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
They kind of hold a big weight to us as a population. I don't know if it should be like that. I don't know if it is. Because it's like, how many Yama Award winners are in Botswana? All of them. How many? maybe some of them went abroad, but like currently when they're given, the person is there.
yeah.
Whereas if you win an award somewhere else, it's like it's different type of bragging rights.
Shit.
Aight.
Wow.
Because for me,
What a line.
I think I agree with Wiingz and how he views going international as.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's being able to leave the country to go perform in any other place and then come back home.
Yeah.
You can even have like a summer tour, but you're always like coming back
Yeah,
home.
always home.
Yeah, you're like, yo, I'm here now. What's the plan? Let's go do something else. And like where you're saying, I'm up taking everything and leaving. That might just make me even local, yeah, because I might just end in that space and not be a big world-known international artist. You check.
So I want to know, so if you're going to be an artist, an international artist, do you change your sound according to what the people want there, or you still keep to your original self?
You grow as an artist.
Yeah.
So as you grow and as an artist, you're going to continuously develop. If you are an artist that grows and develops their sound, you're always going to develop your sound to what is of that time, I think.
Oh, not time. Let's talk about a sub-artist.
Like, yeah.
The place. You want to move to Egypt.
Yeah.
Are you going to start making music that is Egypt related, Egypt genre related, or are you going to go there with the Tswana sound that you left here with, or when you say you're going international with?
I want to keep my sound, but also when you work with other people, you're bound to have your sound change a bit. If you are going to want to grow in Egypt, you're going to want to work with guys from there. And those guys are going to bring their elements. And then we fuse that and boom, we came up with a new genre.
Yeah. I think there's like songs and artists, it's not necessarily like black and white, but like you can choose to make the song for the people, you can choose to make the song for yourself kind of thing. And generally when you're trying to make the song for the people, you want to do what's hot. So if you're going to a place, you want to make what's hot there. I'm not against it. It makes sense. If you want to get the money and there's a new sound that's popping in Egypt and you know how to do it well,
yeah,
go for it.
The sound of that time.
And I think it makes sense. So, but I think it's obviously going to become a big divide of like what you choose to do. And I think that's like a big debate. And I think in terms of pop music, because I think what we talk about a lot of the time is pop music and like trying to get the hits and trying to make the money.
Yeah.
It differs from like the personal thing, because even all these guys we're talking about, they have the personal sounds, maybe they may talk about their life. So if you move to Egypt and you talk about your life, it makes sense that you're talking about the Sphinx and stuff like that. But if you're trying to make the money, it's also kind of complicated now with internet, because like you could be in Egypt making I'm a piano and it's popping somewhere else. But it's like if you're comfortable living in Egypt and like maybe even just touching base with a few people in Egypt, cool for you, you know?
Because
I don't know.
Even like you're saying, the internet makes it very
really just
easy
made it so loose.
to be international. If by the standard of being international is you getting your music played in certain places and you being able to be booked in certain countries, the internet has eased
I think
that a
Wayne
lot.
said it perfectly. Just have a presence.
Yeah.
And I think nowadays, because you can even just choose to boost in a specific country. You can just be like, oh, Instagram, I want you to target
this particular
20-year-olds in Croatia. And like somehow you can even start popping that. If you like keep pushing whatever, you can start fighting there.
What are the chances of, I'm just thinking like way outside the box. Okay, fine.
But ask.
You are popping in Croatia. The 20-year-olds know you. What are the chances of you getting an A&R guy or promoter guy in Croatia actually saying, yo, can you please come to Croatia and perform?
Hit them up first.
Your email.
Yeah. Hit them up.
Your music, sorry.
You hit them up.
Much more than you think.
How many have done that so far in your existence as a
from
Botswana?
bots?
Yeah. To do what?
How many have actually gotten a call? The only group that I know in the Culture Spears, they performed in England at one point.
Yeah.
Those are the only two that I know about. Other than that, for the past 10 years, I've never heard, for example, Tabz say, you know, my music, I was number one in Russia and I'm going to perform my tape in Russia because a promoter guy hit me up with like, yo, I heard your music and everybody's always fucking with it. The DJs are always playing it. Can't perform it here.
Weren't you saying like last time that Frost was like number one in one of those random countries?
In Romania or something. But did he ever go perform there?
Nah.
I mean, he didn't go perform there, but like, he should have explored, I think.
If he had the resources to go there. Because like I'm saying, it's not always promoters calling these guys. It's these guys saying, yo, I want to come there. oh, I'm just leaving to see what the scene is like in your country. This is the SA guys, some of them. They will leave, they go see a place. They even sometimes do their own shows. I mean, Casper Nyovest came and did his own show and bought.
Yeah.
So you can leave the country where you see where your song is hot. If you have the resources to go there, you go there. Where now I kiss. Oh, no. I gotta go Croatia. I am like Croatia. I'm gonna explore there and start making relations and start making
And I
these
think also what Wiingz was saying can happen, and it'll be probably much more like
on a grand scale.
Yeah, people be like, wow, you perform. Even if you just get 20 Romanian niggas, record it that you're performing, that's like a big deal, I think. It holds more than if you're performing to 20 niggas in Botswana, I think. But it's obviously a much harder thing to do because you gotta get there, live there, organize, and do all the things.
That's my chat exactly, bro. Like, would you rather perform for 20 guys in Romania or 100 guys in Botswana?
20 guys in Romania. If I have,
with all the struggles that you have to go through to actually go to Romania and actually be comfortable with Romania.
If I have the resources to go spend 2 weeks in Romania where my song is hot, if I can give myself a flight, book an Airbnb, and have money to Uber around and eat, fund, for sure I'm leaving. For sure.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just comfortable staying at home. I don't know.
And it's not bad.
I think I'd rather just stay and grow local.
Bro, that's why I'm waiting for this to finish. Continue.
Why?
You don't like comfortable niggas?
Bro, like, no, I'm actually on his side for
some love notes.
Because you got 20 niggas in
This guy does really love me, son. He's sending me love notes, bro.
Oh my God.
Bro, I think I got 2. How many did you get? You got 1?
I got 1.
Yeah, bro. That's
Did
how much
y'all
he
get
loves me.
Nah.
I got 1.
Anyways.
Okay, but yeah, the point,
Yes,
you've got 20 niggas in Romania that like your stuff. They are supposed to perform in front of them. You're funding everything going there. I'm assuming the bot's performance, that's these niggas coming to you and saying, we want you to perform.
Yes.
Is that the case?
Yes.
So, I mean, me reaching out is me pushing that extra mile, right? To say that, okay, I want this to happen. And in bots, they're saying that they want me. So for me personally, if I'm looking at music, I'm looking at where I'm wanted before I'm looking at where I want to go. Like if this crowd is gonna say, yo, if bots niggas are gonna say, yo, we want Hippy to perform, I'm gonna pick bots over Romania because these niggas want me. In as much,
what he said.
They want you,
but then you're saying that you're the one who has to approach them.
Yeah.
The logistics are on you. With these bots guys.
I'm also like, obviously the issues of money and everything, but I think also saying as a statement, I mean, I'm not looking at the money and everything. I think, like, if you could just say, if you could rather perform in Romania for 20 guys or Botswana for 100, I'll perform in Romania for 20.
Okay, that's...
But with the money, the travel, obviously, it's tough.
That's tough. Because that's my chat there. Because if you're an artist as well, you're looking out for yourself to say, okay, bots, I'm going to get the money back. The logistics aren't probably going to be well. They'll tell me come perform at Pennywise. Pennywise is here, I'm walking. I ain't spending stuff. Romania
But check, if I perform on bots and say I get paid, let's say 3 grand.
Yeah.
If I go to Romania, come back, bro, I'm definitely charging 20K. And you are to who? I agree you want me.
Because you said you've got 20 listeners that side. Promoters, this is an important point as well that we didn't bring up.
Yeah.
When you're hitting up these promoters always want proof that you're doing the numbers. Like you can be popping, but if your numbers are not the numbers that are expected.
The conversation started off by you're hot in a certain place.
Yeah,
you're hot in a certain place. Therefore, you can go to that place. That's how this conversation started. But I think we need to wrap it up now. At least Mr. Producer says that. So yeah. Going international or growing local?
Grow local, dog. Rather shit till the wheels fall off.
Okay, I'm going to ask this. Is it growing local and then staying local?
Oh, no, growing local with the element of the internet and social media playing a part in your international brand.
So you're not leaving at all?
Dog, me moving.
Oh, how about traveling for
moving
gigs?
to the Czech Republic.
How's about traveling for gigs? And
travel.
Coming back.
Yeah, travel, go play your set, come back home.
Okay. Growing home or going international?
Start home, then not leaving, like he said, but create that fan base that allows you to go there, do your performance, still get the love that you need, and come back and still settle. If it's not affecting your music,
Remember
then
one episode Stevie copped out, so I'm gonna say both.
So yeah, it's for me, it's
Like,
both.
imagine how much we love Makazi, dog, in Botswana. Do you expect it to say,
Bro,
let me
bro,
and Pakalani,
don't forget this shorty made $1 million. $1 million off one show.
You guys were
But because
literally
you only did
saying,
the one.
yo, you guys were literally saying your last points, but you guys
we'll
don't
bring it back.
No, because you put us in a point that we just had to bring
These
it
guys
back.
never want to go home, guys.
Congratulations on making it this far. If you're seeing this right now, that must mean that you watched the entire video. And if you did that must mean you really enjoyed it. So you might as well like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the entire episode. I really appreciate it. A lot of work goes into this, man. And also shout out to you for being hella cool. You're so cool. I'm gonna give you this. Comment below saying Aramet, because the people who aren't cool enough to finish this episode are gonna be like, why are people commenting Aramet? So yeah, comment Aramet in the comments. Comment in the comment. Yeah, weird. Leave that comment below. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Yeah.